In the name of God the Almighty, peace to you. Today I will give a reminder about how the ancient civilization or the previous civilizations of the human race have perished and why. As we know, the intelligent human beings who can speak and communicate in language have been around maybe for some 50,000 years, and the humanity have been going through many cycles of civilization. Each cycle could last a couple of thousands of years, and there is for each and every cycle, like every life of a human being, there is a timer, and when the timer stops, the divine algorithm judge this civilization if uh, it's doing the right thing or it's going completely towards injustice, corruption, and all these things. So that's what happened throughout the history of the human race. And cycle after cycle, unfortunately, all the civilization have perished one after the other because they all went the wrong direction. They became corrupt, uh, full of injustice, uh, and they spread bloodshed, and they were always in a state of wars and conflicts. So everything went the wrong way for each and every previous cycle of the human civilization. So many people who follow religion, any type of religion, many of them read the holy text superficially, and they think that those civilizations have perished because they denied the existence of God. It was never the case. They all admitted the presence of God, and they all thought themselves that they were worshipping God. However, they, like people, religious people today, who form some 75 or 80% of the world population, they followed labels or names of sects and religions and whatever, and they identify themselves with these religions and these sects. So they no longer know what the source of everything, the true God, is, and they no longer act and observe their lifestyle accordingly to what the true God wants for this earth and for the civilization they live in. So this unfortunately is happening again. However, this time there are, as previous times, there are minority of people who understand God and they know what they are doing, and some of them are trying to wake people up. Now, whether people will wake up or remain blind, that's up to them, because God have granted us all free will, freedom of choice, so we make our own future with our decisions. However, this time, what's different than the previous times, that this time it could be the we are entering the final cycle of civilization, or there will be the judgment day and their death will be resurrected and everyone will be judged according to his deeds. So what I'm trying to explain today is to understand that the people of Noah, which formed the first cycle, which started with Adam and ended with Noah, they didn't deny the existence of God. And if you read well any text in the Bible or the Quran or any source of that topic, you will find that they didn't argue with Noah that about God existing. They doubted that Noah was a messenger of God and a warner from Him, and they disbelieved that God will ask someone of them, a human being, to warn them and to fix their ways and to stop the corruption they have been spreading, stop the uh, adultery they have been committing, and all unlawful intercourse and all these things. So they had to change their behavior, or God will activate the divine algorithm, punishment according to everything He set for each planet where there is some kind of a test going on. People disbelieved in Noah, and the punishment happened. Same thing after Noah, there was another civilization which ended with another prophet, another messenger who came and warned them also to fix their ways and to stop worshipping idols or the rich among them. Because people think the word worship that they should be standing in front of that rich man or that politician or that celebrity or whatever, and they are worshiping them on their knees. It's not the case. Worshiping that means, I mean, the word when we say that someone is following idols, that means they are uh, taking them as role models instead of God, and they are, try to think that everything comes from that person is a safety rope. For example, that I rely on that politician to fix all my problems. So that's why I'm no longer relying on my maker. I'm relying on this person or that. So, and that will lead more society into corruption, because people, when they are no longer connected to the source, they allow these people in high positions on earth to become more powerful or to feel more powerful, so they give them more control over their lives, and so they no longer, they are abusing their own freedom, their own divinity that God granted them. They are not using it. Instead, they are worshiping other beings like them. So they are degrading themselves and they are hurting themselves, and that will spread injustice more, and that will spread corruption more, even if they feel it or not directly. So this is behind everything that goes wrong. So that's why God always, before a punishment, send a final messenger or final warner to send a cycle of civilization, that you fix your ways and remind them of the God ways. And if they don't agree or deny Him or mock Him or whatever, the punishment will happen. And that happened also cycles until also the cycle of Lot and Abraham. And if you read the conversation between Lot and his people when they came, because he received some extraterrestrial beings, and he told him, these are my guests. Do not, if you want to have intercourse with someone, take my daughters, for example. But they wanted to do what they wanted to do. They didn't, he told them, fear God and do not do that. So his people, they knew God and they admitted that there is God, but they didn't believe that what Lord them told them, that they will be punished if they insist on their wrongdoing. So they insisted and they were punished. So it's always, if you look at the conversations in every holy text, you will find that people didn't deny God the existence or God, or doubted that. Instead, they didn't believe the messengers and the warners, and they kept going the wrong way with their arrogance, pride, and divisions and hatred and corruption and bloodshed and everything. So this is the story from the first man up till now. It has been repeating itself, And unfortunately, civilization after civilization, they didn't do the right thing, and they never believed the warner that God sent to them. Uh, so, and the last civilization before this one was the Egyptian civilization, and Moses and the Exodus story. And also, they denied Moses. So, the story now, we are living the civilization of the children of Israel because they were the chosen to survive or to get the blessings of God from the previous cycle. So now we are living the last days, the final countdown of this civilization. Now, if the people in power and did the right thing and wake people up and take off the monetary system, because God's way is not the money way. God's way is love and equality and all the things. So if they do the right thing, we could had more years ahead of us, and with justice, full of justice on earth and everything. If they don't, then the punishment will erase big deal of the human race, and very few will survive. Or, as I said, it will be directly the judgment day. So uh, I want the main point in my video today, as I said, is because many people now think, oh, now we believe in God and we worship God. And they think they worship God because they go to the synagogue or to the church or to the mosque or whatever. But your lifestyle is completely against God. You are worshiping money literally. You are giving your power or your divinity to a religious leader or to a politician or to a uh, you know, any type of someone in a good position or higher position in society than you. You are not worshiping God. There is nothing in your lifestyle that proves that you are worshiping God. Because if you are religious, most of them are zealots who hate others who belong to another religion, who hate, for example, the minority among them that could be of a specific or special sexual orientation. They are full of hate and full of, prejudice and all these things. Same thing if they are atheists, they deny God existence at all. They say everything we believe is in science, and we will be saved and all of this. So we are living again in a society full of injustice, corruption, bloodshed. As we know, the conflicts are still going on, based on sectarianism, based on country's pride, based on economic benefits, whatever. So we have to understand this point, and that's why I made this video today, because many people think that yes, we know God and we worship God, and I'm telling you, I am a final warner for this civilization. God is my witness about that. And I am telling you, Corona and other pandemics and other problems will erase us to the last person if we don't fix our ways. And God's judgment could be here at any moment if He decided that it is the right time to do it. So it's up to God if He will make another cycle of civilization or uh, prolong the civilization a little bit more if we fixed our ways, or bring the judgment day, final judgment for everybody. So it's up to you to fix your ways or face the punishment. There is no one, you are standing against your own salvation. So there's no one else to blame. You have to understand that. You can't, even if all your fathers and forefathers repeated to you that Jesus is God, it is not truth and it will never become a truth. Uh, the only creator, the only one God that deserve uh, and requires worshipping, is the source of everything, the creator of everything, God the Almighty. No one else. And he definitely didn't have sons and all this false understanding of what the creatures of God that are the spirits are. I explained this topic in many videos before. I hope you check them. I can't be speaking every day and go into details and every uh, you know part of the topic, because they are all related to each other. So repeating a lie, it will never make it truth, even if it has been repeated for thousands of years. Same thing applied to Muhammad and people who believe that he will, uh, he'll be begging God to, save his people or his followers or whatever. This won't happen. God there is in the heavens as justice, justice for all. You are good, you are good. You are bad, you are bad. However, God decides how strong your punishment will be, how merciful He will be on you. It depends about your deeds, about your hearts, about everything related. So those people who are promising you that everything will be all right, it won't be all right straightforward. Definitely not. And as I said, it's not God that's punishing you, it's you punishing yourselves because of your arrogance, ignorance, greed, selfishness, hatred, injustice. So it's up to you. I've explained what is God's way. You have to return to God. When you mean return to God, what does that mean? Return to God in your behavior, return to God in your deeds, in your lifestyle, and fix your way spiritually and physically. So now you've got this coronavirus going slowly in a slow rhythm worldwide. God is giving you a chance to return. And even you started to taste the punishment, and yet I'm not seeing many people, even seeing this happening or admitting it. So we have to understand that I say I believe in God and my lips, that's not enough. I do practice such or that way of belief is not enough. God knows what's in the heart. God knows who are the good doers and who are the bad doers. And that's why he decided to activate the algorithm, the divine algorithm, in a positive way or a negative way, according to the vast majority deeds of the cycle of the civilization. So it's up to you. Don't fool yourselves and think that you are worshiping God while you are not. This video and the two videos before it explain this point very clearly. So don't fool yourself and don't lose yourself. Bye for now.